is Luminous Cross.
And Dex.
And we just watched episode...
92.
What number? Like
92.
normal?
What do you mean normal? It's episode 92.
Yeah, that's 92 of the whole
episode 8 of season
8?
9.
Okay.
So we're nearing the end. Steadily. That's your cat. Also mourning the loss of Mistake.
Quite a number of big time ones died this episode.
This episode, yeah, is pretty notable for killing one good character and one evil one.
Yeah.
Even
one
if they
I was
tried
sad
to give
about,
her,
one I was happy about.
They tried to give her that little change of heart moment, which I actually thought was quite well done.
It was, but it wasn't
because it didn't
enough.
redeem her.
No.
But it did
make her slightly better.
less a piece of shit.
Because if she had abandoned them, because they were in the exact same situation that made her what she was.
Yeah.
If she had abandoned them, then that would have been, like, what the fuck?
But I guess we should start at the beginning.
Yeah.
So, we kick off with the whole fight scene between Skylar and Mistake on the roof with...
And she
Garma.
showed her Oni
Yeah,
form.
the Oni form was shown, and Oni... I'm glad they look the way we see Garmadon when he has, like, the full... Like, the Oni blood is taking
Like
over
the
everything.
Black horns,
with
spiky...
fangs and everything, yeah. I like the, like, intricate, ornate patterning they have on their faces.
Yeah,
like
and she still looked female, which was a nice touch.
Which is impressive to do, considering the ambiguity of the shape of a Lego.
And how masculine the Oni appearance kind of looks.
I generally like the appearance, so I like that they have, like, the shadowy...
Yeah, I really liked
wisps that come off.
Use of shadow in general.
Yeah.
Like when she had that staff appear and then
like,
she
clocked
pounded
it
and then made the shadow appear.
And that when they tricked Garmadon.
Yep.
And it's like, never trust an Oni.
Yeah.
So I liked that a lot. I liked Skylar's gotcha. That was good.
I am kind of sad that after she had been so awesome and had been like throwing him around, then she kind of just turned back into her like human form and kind of just stood there.
She can't really be dead though. Like, there's no way. There's no way she's dead. I'm not accepting that. There's no way.
Yeah, like that was... They didn't even show anything.
Mm-hmm. And they were not shying away from showing other deaths. So.
Yeah. And I would think this is worth, like, showing.
Yeah. So that was pretty dope. Skylar got back to Lloyd and Nian and Dareth, and they went up on the roof and tried to take control of the...
What do you mean tried? She
Golem.
succeeded.
She did for a bit, but then was corrupted by his power. And the whole time we're watching it, I'm sitting there like, there's no way that a failsafe wasn't put in to protect, like, the power of creation and destruction from the other elemental masters.
I don't even think it counts as a failsafe. It's more of a, these are destruction and creation. They should be beyond capacity.
I assume those are able to be used by them because they have Oni and Dragon Blood.
Yeah, I think it's more of a capacity thing. Like,
I'm glad that the Master of Amber couldn't just take them and use them freely like she can do with other ones.
Because otherwise she could be like, let's take both of them and combine them.
Or some crazy shit. Like, we saw already that when Time and Space decided they were better than everyone else, they just were like, fuck it, we'll take over. I mean, Amber could just do all of them. Like, be unstoppable.
Like a hand on one, a hand on another, a foot on one, a foot on another.
I am only limited to what you can see here.
The limbs.
So, I'm glad that there are limitations in place, despite the fact that Skylar's already pretty OP.
So it seems like she's kind of poisoned by it.
She looks pretty fucked.
Yeah, but while she did have control, she was going toe-to-toe with him, and she pretty much seemed to have more control over the golem than him, but I think it was because he was, like, freaking out.
Yeah, it was freaking out.
And so, when the golem is, like, climbing up the tower to get him,
Harumi.
Thank you. Dipped. Like the little bitch she was. And,
harsh.
That's kind of what led to her demise.
Yeah, she ran to another building to try to get away, and...
Like,
she did save a family.
Yes.
But that's not enough to condone everything else you've done. And then the building basically fell and she died.
Yeah.
They had a nice little moment with Lloyd.
Yeah.
Like,
from a great distance.
I'm so sad.
They met, like, had eye contact from a great distance.
They're powerful.
And Garm was actually quite upset as well.
Yeah. Also really liked that when Skylar had control, she literally picked up Ultraviolet and fucking hugged her. She's like, this bitch.
Yeah. It was like she was like attacking the foot,
yeah.
so she went down, picked her up, and was like,
and just threw her.
And then she just launched.
She like was flipping.
Oh, and
they broke. They broke Killo's.
One of the Oni masks is now broken,
which is interesting. I guess that means the other ones could break.
Well, it makes sense. They're just masks.
Yeah, it makes sense. It's kind of cool though. So we'll see if they break the other two.
Well, one's real far away now.
One's real far. It's at least 10 blocks away. Like she was flying.
Probably more.
She was flying. She's gone. She's somewhere on the other side of the city.
Though I suppose on impact, the Oni mask is probably gonna break.
Maybe.
So they won't.
Because that one, the one she was wearing, made them more sturdy.
Was it? Oh,
yeah,
that's lucky for her.
Yeah. And then in the first realm, we saw Wu regained his memories.
No, you skipped stuff.
Oh, I skipped stuff.
So, before regaining the memories, he was stupid and was like, let's go save her, when she's just...
Clearly a trap.
Yeah, like, and they do, because like, oh, let's follow Wu. And so they do, and oh, lo and behold, it is a trap.
I liked Jay too. He's like, and it's a trap, and he just drops
like,
his weapon.
I don't know why these, like, highly trained, with weapons, ninja, were like,
surrender?
Let's just not even try and fight.
Well, I mean, how many times have they already been captured by these people?
That's because they didn't have weapons. Or they had, like...
They also don't have the sword that, like...
Yeah, but they had actually actual weapons. They don't
probably
need to use their
But, like,
powers.
Faith was buried up to her head in the sand, and Wu didn't have a weapon, and they probably were like, we're not gonna win.
He has his hands.
Yeah, they weren't gonna win. I can understand why they surrendered in that scenario.
I still could
I know that you'd want to fight, but in that scenario, I would also surrender. I'd be like, well, shit. Better that than some of them get murdered in the process.
I don't think any of them would be murdered.
But we did see Wu regain his memories.
After they turned on the tickle tower again, he regained his memories from that, which is kind of weird. I guess it's activating. It's like triggered.
Yeah.
I didn't really see any of the other ones actually like have their powers triggered from that though, which was
we weren't focusing on the other half of the
I was
tower.
actually looking.
We couldn't
at
see
the
them
other
in
ones.
that shot.
You could see Jay.
You could see Jay, but he was on the same tower as...
Yeah.
But you couldn't see the other
should
tower.
have been activated. Anyways. And we have confirmation that Kai is the pretty boy of the group.
Well, he thinks he is.
No, Cole agreed with him.
Well, Cole just
and
more...
Zane
They just agreed that if it came up to that, Jay would be the annoying one first.
Jay disagreed, but then was shot down by Cole.
They said you're the annoying one. But in his defense, they went with the, like, most important characteristic of that teammate. And what the hell does looks bring to a team?
Women.
So? Like, Zane got brains. Everyone else was just like, well, we're also here. Haha.
Oh, like, what was it? Like, can't you... Until you break the chain.
Yeah, he's like, don't worry, we'll get out of here as soon as...
Yeah,
Kai's like, don't worry, we'll get out of here as soon as Zane cuts these vines. It's like, I cannot...
Chains.
No, he said vines. Because he was talking about the vines that were holding the...
No, he was totally saying chains.
No, he said vines. You can't cut the chains. He said vines. Pause and we'll check.
Why?
Because the vines are what are holding the...
Yeah, but the chains would
The chains would come loose as soon as the structure that they're bound to comes down.
Yeah, but if the chains... He would be free, his arms would be free, and then he could do whatever the hell he wants. That's stupid.
Vines make perfect sense. They're cutting down the structure they're bound to.
You could do that after you get out of your chains. Like,
yeah, but
how
it's easier to cut vines than it is to cut chains.
He clearly can't, because he's bound by the stupid chains.
But Kai thought there was a way he was going to do it, because he's the brains. That's the joke.
Stupid.
Were you recording again?
Yeah.
I was right.
That's stupid.
No, it makes perfect sense.
No, it doesn't.
It does, because if you're going to cut... they're bound by chains.
Yeah.
As soon as you cut the thing that the chains are wrapped around, the chains would slack and then they would be able to escape.
Yeah, but if you just cut the thing that's binding you, you would be out of them.
It's easier to cut vines than it is to cut chains.
But he can't cut them because of the binds of the chains. So if he tries
probably thought he had some super smart robot way of doing it. That's why he said Zane was just gonna do it. And then Zane's like, no bitch, I'm not, because I don't know how to fucking do it.
Whatever.
Made perfect sense. It made perfect sense.
No, it doesn't.
It makes absolutely perfect sense. Yeah, it does.
It makes more sense now why he said he can't do it.
It makes perfect sense.
Because he's bound by the fucking chains.
Yeah, but as soon as they cut the vines, either way, it makes sense. It's fine.
Stupid.
But I liked that sequence a lot. That was a good sequence.
Yeah, I did like the hair gel and what was the other names?
He called him a party pooper, and then Cole's face did like the... I wanted to compliment on that before when we were talking about the animation, but the new rigs they have for the faces have a variety of expressions that they didn't originally have when we watched the earlier seasons. Mm-hmm. And I'm impressed how much they can convey with such simple designs for faces. They don't have noses. They don't have ears. They don't have defined, shape to the face.
All you really need are eyes, eyebrows, and mouths.
Yeah, I know, and that's all they have.
Yeah.
But it's just
perfect.
It's impressive how much they can still tweak what should be muscles in the face.
It's actually beneficial for it to be so simplistic.
Oh,
then
definitely.
you can get it across easier than if it was like.
And
a
I
full
agree.
face.
I'm just saying that it's impressive how much they can still do with such simple face shapes.
So after Wu gets all his memories back, he
makes a
expands and get out of the chains, and then starts kicking their ass.
Mm-hmm.
But
the Baron's I'll make a deal with you and I'll set your ninja free if you help me get the armor.
He could have just whooped their ass and set them free himself.
And then was like, okay.
Like an idiot.
So
he was whooping their asses.
And then Kai's just like, we don't question it, he just fucking does things. So, we're gonna see where this
So, Wu and Baron went off after making a really bad comment to the flying chick.
Oh, Jet Jack.
Yeah.
Yeah, where she was like, I'm your number 2, so I should go with you
to protect you.
And he's like, fucking, I don't need your protection. You guys are gonna need to, beg me for my protection once I have the armor and control everything. And it's
not in those words, but
essentially
much,
that.
Yeah.
And it's like...
That's like a red flag right there.
So I'm hoping they, as a collective, free the ninja and
hopefully
Faith and are like,
hopefully
this is probably a bad idea.
They were almost convinced by Faith.
Yeah.
But
she should lead them.
Quite enough. Yeah, that would be good.
She should be there.
And then Flying Chick...
Jet Jack
could still be number 2.
That's gay. Alright, I ship it. You sold me.
That was too easy.
That was all that was needed.
Not how it should be. What is this? What is your love for her? I don't understand.
Do you not like Faith? I don't understand.
She's okay. But, your level...
You like Skylar, and you think that Faith is only okay?
Yes?
No. Fucking incorrect.
What else happened?
That was what happened. There was just so much.
Dareth, when Skylar wasn't quite doing the power, was like, I'm gonna dip now.
But he didn't.
But he came back, and he was like, I knew you could do it.
I love him so much. It's so easy to have made a character like that the most annoying fucker on the planet, but they have somehow managed to hit this balance where Dareth is not annoying and in fact extremely endearing.
Yeah, I think
so. Kudos to them. Any more
would probably be like, why
they do the exact right amount for his type of character, perfect amount where
sprinkles.
He's there,
but he's not.
He's not
always there.
He's not so in your face.
Mm-hmm.
And I just love him for it. He's such a precious being.
I still really don't want Miss Thackeray to
be dead.
Yeah,
she's not dead.
I don't think she would be.
I mean, I don't think we see her again, but she's not dead. Maybe he just sent her to the realm of the departed, but didn't kill her. He just sent her there.
Wouldn't that be harder to do?
Yeah, it's harder to do. It's much easier to just murder someone and
Yeah.
send them there.
Okay, yeah, so that was episode...
92.
Sure.
We're very close to the 100th episode. I think there's talk about it being some sort of special thing.
How many more episodes are in this season?
There are 10 episodes in this season, so there are 2 more.
Okay.
And we're gonna get through them tonight.
Oh my god.
So we have to get through them so that they're all done.
Yeah.
I'm
sorry in advance if I'm not really coherent.
When are you ever coherent?
In the morning.
No one's coherent in the morning.
In the morning, I think it was, I don't know what episode it was, but I was clearly way more awake. And that was because it was morning.
Sure. Mm-hmm. Right.
But now we're rambling, so yeah, bye.
Bye.